Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and we're starting our show with the following stories. Len Streggles continues his interviews with the Okatie Farmers Club. And later in the show, we check out the future of Heyward House. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News. With our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Low Country. Taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
This week, reporter Len Streggles is seeing what is growing on with the Okatie Farmers Club. Let's check it out.
All right, we're back with Glenn, the president of the Okatie Farmers Club. And Glenn, tell us about the Okatie Farmers Club.
The Okatie Farmers Club was started. These gardens that we're standing in right now were the original ones. They were opened in the year 2000. There are 54 of them. And as Sun City continued to grow, there were more and more people wanting gardens, so they had to build more gardens. So then they opened the West Gardens, and there's 226 10 by 20 gardens there. And then Sun City continued to grow more, and we opened 42 gardens in Andover. So we have 322 in total. Counting spouses and people that are sharing gardens, we have about 580 members.
Wow. So, now, these gardens here on the the east side, how big are they?
The original gardens are 20 by 25, so they are 2.5 times bigger. Okay. Longer, yes, of course, and bigger.
Yeah. And then the ones on Andover, how big are they?
They're the same. They're 10 by 20. So the West and Andover are 10 by 20. We do have 3 gardens in the West that are smaller 10 by 10s because the utility company came in 2011 and made us rotate some gardens. So we do have 3, and they're perfect for, say, a single woman or something, or somebody that's still working. It doesn't have the time, for a larger garden. So, but most of them, almost all of them are 10 by 20 over there.
Okay, and from what I understand, you guys also have some community gardens where you grow produce to give away, correct?
That is correct. We have a great team of club members who plant, harvest, pull weeds, of course. And then we take that produce to one of 3 different food pantries here in the area. We're fortunate, we're lucky, but not everybody is lucky as we are. And we try to help them out by taking produce to them. During the busy season, we do it twice a week. So we have 5 gardens, we do that. And we have 3 pollinator gardens to keep our bees happy. So we have one in the east, one in the west, and one in Andover. But we have a great team of community garden volunteers.
Okay, great. Now, this time of year is pretty hot and humid, and perhaps it's not the greatest growing season. What are the better growing seasons here?
The seasons, technically the growing season is 12 months a year. Because there are some things that will grow in the heat of July and August. Okra, peppers, eggplant, and so forth. But in general, the season starts in early March. I plant my tomatoes around the 1st of March. But by July, it's pretty hot. It's pretty humid here. They want to take it easy. So do we. Yeah. So they're done. But then in the fall is actually, many people consider it the better season. It's cooler, okay? We plant our broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, lettuce, and that stuff will grow all winter long. You can't do that in Ohio or New York or wherever you came from up north. Here, it's great during the fall. So we grow all season long.
Okay, great. And the beautiful thing about growing in a garden is where the produce is coming from. You know exactly what went into the soil. If somebody was interested in doing that and joining the Okatie Farmers Club, what do they need to do?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Nothing better than a homegrown tomato, right? So we do have some available gardens right now, which is not uncommon this time of year. So there's multiple ways they can do it. They could email me at okatiefarmersclub@hotmail.com, or they can go into Sensations, and I list in there the email address of our membership chair, Jennifer Beckley. They can email her, and she'll be in contact and make arrangements to meet with them and show them the available gardens. So we'd love to have new members. They can get ready. We'll have our fall plant distribution in the middle of September, and that's where we grow all the fall, the broccoli, cauliflower, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So get on signed up now. Come join us. Enjoy the winter.
Okay, and what does it cost to join the Okatie Farmers Club?
So the dues are $20 a year. It's cheap. And most of that goes to door prizes at our picnics and December dinner and so forth. We do take a one-time deposit from people, which is refundable. If you have a garden, Lynn, and you give it up and it's in good shape, weed-wise and so forth, you get your money back. But if we have to cover it with black plastic and so forth, that kind of covers the costs for us.
And, one other thing that I've noticed here on the east side is we now have a bee enclosure over here. Talk us a little bit about how that came about.
We have a Taj Mahal bee enclosure, courtesy of the Community Association Maintenance. And when we had to move gardens from the front to make room for the fire station, we had to move our bee enclosure. And so therefore we had to build something new. And we got something from the Community Association that is, the bees, they don't know how lucky they are. They've got it made. They got a great enclosure. We have pollinator gardens. They don't have to fly far to find flowers with pollen in them. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and we're most appreciative to Community Association Maintenance.
Still more news to come. We get a lifestyle services report on upcoming events. Georgia Lash informs us on future segments coming up on our roster. And our news crew checks in on what's happening with GFWC. So stay with us.
Looking for a book that begs to be read? Look no further. Each month, our Lifestyles Department hosts an author to appear at the Meet the Author event. Now, these events are free and they're scheduled at 6 p.m. on a varying date basis. Now, at each of these events, I'm lucky enough to sit down with the featured author to learn the backstory of their story. The interview is added to excerpts of the author's presentation and recapped for you as our SCTV Meet the Author monthly show. On cable, you can view Meet the Author show 5 times daily, or log into our Sun City YouTube channel to view Meet the Author at your convenience. Tune in and open a new chapter in your literary pursuits. Sun City TV invites you to join our crew. Our growing technology presence requires enthusiastic, creative volunteers. No previous TV experience needed. Email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. When SCTV goes out to cover a story, we pick up a lot of information and a lot of entertainment. And then it becomes the task of our Sun City TV editors to fill the news slots, and might I say, for a meager 3 minutes?
Inevitably, some footage lands on the proverbial cutting room floor. We try extra hard not to waste the time and efforts of our interviewees and TV subjects.
Our solution? We came up with our monthly show Extra, where we serve up the additional dialogue or event coverage right off that cutting room floor.
So you get the whole story. And we added a segment called Extra Special, with amplified coverage and some stories that have never appeared on SCTV before.
Now please tune in to Extra. Check the program guide for airtimes. The name Extra fits, even if the news stories didn't.
Kayla O'Quinn Holmes, Director of Lifestyle Services, stopped by our studio to inform us of upcoming events they have planned in September. Let's listen.
We have a fantastic lineup of events this September, so there's truly something for everyone. Kicking off the month, we have the Neil Diamond Tribute Show, So Good, on September 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. If you're a fan of classic hits like Sweet Caroline and Crackin' Rosie, this is a show you won't want to miss. Then on September 8th, we're bringing back one of our most popular interactive events, a murder mystery dinner. Guests will enjoy a delicious meal while working together to solve a mystery. It's always full of laughs, surprises, and plenty of audience participation. Next up is one of our favorite annual events, Burgers and Brews, on September 17th. This event features delicious burgers by Lunch Lady Catering, craft beers, live music, and a relaxed atmosphere where friends and neighbors can gather and enjoy a great evening together. And we'll wrap up the month with another performance of our Summer Sun concert series featuring Tom Cooler and the Big Chill Band on September 22nd. These concerts are a wonderful opportunity to enjoy live music outdoors while spending time with friends and neighbors. Whether you're looking for live entertainment, interactive experiences, great food, or music under the stars, September is packed with opportunities to get out and enjoy everything our community has to offer. We hope to see everyone there.
I had the opportunity to chat with Georgia Lash to get an intro of some new segments that will be appearing on Sun City Television. Our Sun City production team has been working this summer to bring you new features to add to our Sun City news. Georgia Lash, our promotions director, is here to give us a preview. So what is first, Georgia?
Okay, now if we step back just a little before we go forward, 25 years of Sun City TV, and we think about how our news has always been bringing attention to our lifestyle here in Sun City. So our Sun City TV board got together and we decided that we would not have this fabulous lifestyle without the hardworking Sun City staff that helps put all this together. So we're going to be bringing you, for the news, a monthly segment that we're calling Staff Stories. And we're going to get some of these hardworking people on camera and we'll hear their stories and how they fit into our Sun City stories. So that will be coming up soon by the end of the month. Staff Stories will be your first new addition to the news.
Wow. Well, that's amazing. So glad that we're paying attention to the hardworking staff that makes our Sun City lifestyle possible.
And by the way, we're starting with our lifestyles department because, of course, that's what we're talking about.
Of course. So what else is coming to Sun City TV?
Okay, and again, as we look back at our history, we have had medical updates, off and on. So we are rejuvenating that because while we entertain our audience, we also want to educate them. So we will now be working with local medical experts in this area that will be providing us monthly medical updates, and we'll have one as soon as next week for your news. So that will be nice for us to have. The topics will be pertinent, of course, to our demographic, as a senior population, and also any medical conditions that might be, an issue at that time. So look for that. That will be another monthly update for your news. Okay. And we're calling that Living Well, because isn't that our goal?
Living well and living long, too, and living healthy. I'm really looking forward to hearing more from our medical experts so you can continue to live well. So I understand you have one more segment to introduce. Tell us.
Okay, now, Norma, don't take this the wrong way, but we're going to give you some things for the news, but we're really targeting this next production from Sun City TV at our programming block that we call Community Connections. Okay, we are targeting a production at what we would call our low country newcomers that are not familiar with the biome in this area. And so we're calling this Living with the Land. And we're going to be hosted by Janie Parrish, who's our common area manager here in Sun City. She has a cadre of environmental and naturalist experts that are going to help us to understand the flora and the fauna here. And the goal is so that we can peacefully coexist with these creatures and the conditions that are very pertinent to the low country, but that most of us when we moved here had no idea about. I know living in Cleveland, I never had an alligator sleeping on my lawn. So just to get everybody more comfortable and really aware of what we're living with. And it's really interesting. So that will actually be a longer production. We anticipate that will be seen later this month, but that's going to be called Living with the Land. We've got Living Well, and we've got staff stories to bring you. And as always, we're going to be on cable, and we're always on our YouTube channel. So I hope this it makes everybody have some new interests as they come back, from whatever their vacation's been, etc.
Oh, this sounds really, really exciting. And coming from Cleveland, well, coming from New York City, I never had turkeys and deer behind me, and or even the chipmunks, whatever. So I'm really looking forward to all three of these segments. There's going to be a great addition to Sun City Television.
And we really have to thank our staff, because these take work. They take editing, script writing, etc. And we might be 25 years into this, but we're still growing.
Yeah, we are. And we're out there in that heat, recording and camera people.
And thanks to you as our anchor.
Thanks to you, Promotions Director. Thank you so much. Ladies, do you know what GFWC means? Listen to this segment and find out.
Well, I'm here with Ann Redless, a president of the GFC Women's League of the Low Country, and we finally get the answer to the question: what is the GFC? What does GFC stand for?
Well, that is the question. As you can see, I'm wearing an apron that we wear at all of our fundraisers and projects that says GFWC, and that is the question of the day when they see it, or even in our name. And GFWC stands for the General Federation of Women's Clubs. We are part of this international group, founded in 1890. So we've been around for a long time, and we continue to work on the projects that GFWC promotes. And I just want to give you what the motto is for the GFWC and what it really stands for: dedicated to community improvement by enhancing the lives of others through volunteer service. We are volunteers. And in 11 years ago, this club, the GFWC Women's League of the Low Country, was founded. And we currently have 53 members. And we continue to work on projects throughout Jasper and Beaufort counties and even beyond that. The club meets every month from September to May over at the Lord of Life Lutheran Church, just over there on Buckwalter. And the meeting consists of a program, some social time, and a report of our business meeting. But the club really happens behind the scenes. We are divided up into community service programs. We have 5 of those: arts and culture, education, libraries, environment, domestic violence, civic engagement, and health and wellness. I knew I could get those out. So club members are asked to sign up for one of those committees that really interests you. And we meet behind the scenes before a meeting or a few times a year to come up with projects that work under each of those committees. And then we come back to the club and they report. And that's when the whole club becomes engaged in what other projects or fundraisers that we are engaged in or proposing. But
Can you give us an example? The Agape?
Okay, yes, just yesterday. This is the beauty of this organization. I received an email from the past club president, Lynn Macon, that a former member had been over to Agape Family Life Center and found out that the pantry shelves were bare. And they also have a summer camp, and they were running out of snacks and those types of items for the kids. So I went into action. I contacted the board to see if this was a good project. Then it went out to the club. And for the next week, we're going to be collecting food for Agape. In addition, I reached out to my neighborhood, my church. So it's just, been networked in a lot of different areas to help a local organization make a difference in the community. And that's what we're all about, making a difference, one project at a time. Yep.
Well, if you're interested, on August 11th at 2 p.m., we will be having a membership information. Yeah, and everyone is welcome. And let's all show what it's like to live the volunteer spirit.
We're always looking for new members, new ideas that the new members bring to us, and it's a great group of women, I think.
House. This event has been moved to Pickney Hall, Edisto Room on August 11th at 2 p.m. Still much more ahead on Sun City News. Randy Selman standing by with some entertainment news. We check out the future of Heyward House. And JoJo Hines has sports to report. So don't go anywhere.
Sun City TV invites you to join our crew. Our growing technology presence requires enthusiastic, creative volunteers. No previous TV experience needed. Email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. We need those action shots and Kodak moments that happen every day here in Sun City. Think about when you're out on the courses, the courts, or the field, putting that phone to good use and snapping those shots of your favorite athletes. Hold your camera for a landscape, not portrait orientation. Send your photos and videos with a brief description of the event details and identify persons when possible. Email them to suncitytvhh@gmail.com and watch for your first TV photo credit.
Let's head over to Randy Selman for some entertainment news.
We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Yes, it's hot out there, so let's get cool. Did you know we have 5 outdoor pools in Sun City? And did you know that every Wednesday evening there is live music around 3 of those pools? From 5 until 7 p.m., you can sit back with friends at Hidden Cypress, the Lake House, and the Breakwater pools and just chill. So, if you don't want to get your feet wet, every Monday from 5 until 7 p.m., there is live music at 2 locations, Breakwater Amphitheater and Lake Somerset. Bring some liquid refreshments and munchies, and don't forget your lawn chairs. Now that's cool. Another way to beat the heat is to walk into an air-conditioned theater and get transported to another world filled with wonder, music, comedy, and so many others. Sun City Theater presents the epic play Clue. Step into a mansion full of secrets, lies, and laughs. Each character has a motive, and each room holds a clue. Non-stop comedy and clever twists make this murder mystery a thrill. The show opens on Friday, September 17th, and runs through Sunday, September 20th. Get your tickets at the Magnolia Hall box office every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 until 11 a.m. Following the run of Clue, the Sun City Theater will open with the holiday-themed musical White Christmas. It will feature the well-known song Sisters, Count Your Blessings, and of course, White Christmas. This musical will open on Saturday, October 31st, and runs for 2 weekends. More about this show in weeks to come. The Art Center of Coastal Carolina is proud to present Dear Evan Hansen, opening on Wednesday, September 23rd and running through October 25th. A private letter, a secret truth, and a life he never imagined possible. Evan Hansen is on the verge of getting the one thing he always desired, a chance to truly belong. Winner of 6 Tony Awards, Dear Evan Hansen is a profound contemporary musical for anyone who's ever felt alone in a crowded room. Tickets are available by calling 843-842-2787. Come December, when the weather might be a little too cold for you, the Art Center is excited to raise the curtain on their holiday musical, Annie. Annie is the heartwarming Tony Award-winning classic that follows the adventures of a spirited young orphan determined to find her parents. With the help of her dog Sandy and a little tomorrow optimism, Annie discovers the true meaning of family in this beloved musical filled with unforgettable songs and big-hearted charm. Tickets are available by calling 843-842-2787. Mention that you live in Sun City and receive a $5 discount on both of these shows. So remember, the sun will come out tomorrow. You can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. I'm Randy Selman, and that's your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so don't miss the show.
The historic Heyward House is transitioning from a nonprofit ownership into private hands. In June, the 1841 antebellum landmark was sold to relieve high maintenance burdens and fund a long-term preservation endowment. The unidentified private buyer has agreed to preserve the historic character of the structure under protective easements. The foundation is working closely with the new owner to honor previously booked rentals and private events. Now, proceeds from the sale will go into a mission-restricted trust to give the historic Bluffton Foundation permanent financial stability for regional advocacy and education. The impact on the foundation and tours. Operation Shift. The nonprofit is moving away from direct property management to focus on broader public education, community engagement, and local historic preservation. Now here's JoJo Hines sitting in for Mike Romano with the Sports Report.
Hello, sports fans. We start this week's report with news from the Sun City Tennis Association. It's time to sign up for the women's 2.5 intra-fall season. The season begins on September 14th and will play until December 14th. Matches are Mondays from noon to 2 p.m. You must have a 2.5 rating and be a paid-up member of the Sun City Tennis Association. For more information, contact Vicki Morrison at scta25tennis@gmail.com. The Women's Tennis Association will once again be hosting the Tennis in the Pink event on September 26th. Proceeds from the event will be contributed to the Pledge the Pink Foundation. Pledge the Pink Foundation is a nonprofit charity that funds breast cancer screening, treatment, outreach, and research. Registration for the event begins August 22nd. We will have more information and interviews as we get closer to the event. There is a new 50-plus Sun City women's softball travel team. The Sun City Storm is managed by Haley James and will be coached by Angie McKenzie and Joe Bullock. A schedule of games is currently being developed. Home games will be played at Sun City Veterans Memorial Field. More to come on the team. In addition to the Storm, Sun City also fields 2 other women's travel teams. Good luck, ladies. Congratulations to the winners of the men's 9-hole scramble event. The winning white team was Jerry Huber, Joe D'Agostino, Bill Patrick, and Perry Bullard. Winners of the black tee competition were Ken Flick, Paul Romano, and Robert Frazier. In the Men's Golf Association, the best score in the 3-4-5 event was the team of Ken Flick, Jim Niblock, Richard Calola, and Perry Bullard. The team had a 16 under par score. It was a good week for Ken Flick and Perry Bullard as they won both in the 9-hole and the 18-hole competitions. So, where is our sports reporter Mike Romano this week? Well, he is celebrating the opening of the Okatie Creek Golf Course by playing a round of golf in western Pennsylvania. Here we see Mike and his lovely wife Karen playing golf at the Strawberry Ridge Golf Course in Harmony, Pennsylvania. Now, speaking of Okatie Creek, the golf course management will be limiting play so that greens can become firm and healthy. So that's it for sports. It's now time to get outside and have some fun. For Sun City Sports, I'm JoJo Hines.
Well, that's our news show for this week. Thank you for watching. Catch us on cable on our YouTube station, where we invite you to click like and subscribe. To see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune into our monthly show Extra. And if you have questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. But make sure you check in with us next week. We will be featuring one of our new segments on health. And also, it's that time of year where the kids go back to school soon, so we will have Phil the Bus report for both the north side and the south side. You don't want to miss that. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor.